Lamar Jackson's a 97 overall with X Factor. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's already won MVP once before. When he did, he actually led the league in passing touchdowns, and he had like 1,000 yards rushing, I believe, at the same time. I don't think that he's playing up to that level this season, but there are people out there trying to say that he is going to be winning MVP this season. I do think he's playing good enough to potentially take this team to the Super Bowl, but time will tell. Mark Andrews is one of the best tight ends in the entire NFL whenever he's actually healthy. He's a 94 overall X Factor, and Isaiah Likely as a backup tight end, that's a great thing to have as a backup tight end. Isaiah Likely 72 overall with star dev. We got Zay Flowers, a rookie wide receiver. He's having a crazy season. 84 overall with hidden dev. Odell Beckham Jr. is over here on a 1-year deal. 81 overall with star dev. He's already 30 years old, so probably won't be coming back after this season. We got Bateman, we got Duvernay, and they also have Nelson Aguilar, so they actually have a lot of depth at the wide receiver core. They just need to get that one true number one receiver, and Zay Flowers is looking like he might potentially be that. The offensive line is actually really good. They got Moses, Zietler, Linderbaum at center. Simpson's the weak link. He's a left guard, 74 overall with normal dev. Stanley's 87 overall with superstar. Defensively, overall, one of the best units in the entire NFL. Roquan Smith, 95 overall with X Factor at middle linebacker, along with Patrick Queen. Then they also have Kyle Van Noy. They got this rookie Simpson. Jadeveon Clowney is an 85 overall with normal dev. That's crazy. And we got Owa, that's the other outside linebacker, 79 overall with star dev. We got Williams at free safety, 86 overall with star dev. Kyle Hamilton is having a great season in real life. Some people are saying that he could win Defensive Player of the Year. He's an 87 overall with star dev. Cornerbacks, we got Humphreys, one of the best corners in the NFL, 91 overall with superstar. And then the rest of the corners, we can probably do something to get better there. Defensive line, we got Pierce, Jones, Matabuke, and Urban. Setting the season goal for year one to win the Super Bowl. I think this team is ready to win right now. Scouting wise, I'm going to be focusing on cornerback, wide receiver, and defensive end, defensive tackles. We already have trade offers for free safety Geno Stone. He's 24 years old. I'm going to go ahead and just trade him away. And I already looked, and I want to take this trade for Jaylen Warren from the Steelers. He's a running back, 24 years old, 81 overall. Does have normal dev, but I think he could probably be a good starter or at least a good backup for us in the next year or two. I decided to trade Geno Stone because we already have two stud safeties here. We got Williams and Hamilton. Hamilton's on the second year of his rookie deal, and Williams is in a long-term deal coming over from the Saints. So there's no point in keeping a 81 overall backup safety whose rookie contract's going to run out. Might as well cash in while we can. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the default playbooks on offense and defense and also the scheme. I'm just going to keep it the same because whenever I do these rebuilds, it seems like the Ravens make it to the Super Bowl, if not win it, almost every year, the first or second year of the rebuilds I'm doing. We have $43 million in cap space. I'm looking at players available to re-sign. We do have a lot of aging players that are coming up for contracts, but probably going to let most of them go. Definitely want to try to bring back Justin Matabuke, Patrick Queen, J.K. Dobbins. I might let him walk. Devin Duvernay, I'm not too sure about him. Probably let Rocky Sin walk. Odell Beckham is definitely walking. Gus Edwards, 28-year-old running back, definitely letting him walk. Michael Pierce, I'll probably bring him back, but I'll wait till the end of the season. Jadeveon Clowney, he's 30 years old. I'm going to see how bad he regresses and maybe try to bring him back. The rest of these guys, let's see anyone else. Nelson Aguilar, let him walk. Darby, let him walk. Van Noy's 32 years old, letting him walk. I think there was somebody else over here. Zietler, 33 years old. I'll probably bring him back, but I'll wait till the end of the year because he's going to regress and I'll be able to get him for a cheaper deal and then have two guys with fifth-year options. At the midseason point, we're 5-2, leading the division. The Ravens are 3-3, the Browns are 2-4, and the Steelers are 1-5, so the rest of the division not doing so great. End of the regular season, we finished 10-7, so we had a lot of losses in the second half of the season. We finished second in the division to 11-6 Bengals. Steelers went 7-10. The Browns went 5-12. We got a wild card spot. Let's check out the season stats. See how we did here. We had the 14th ranked offense. Defensively, we were ranked 12th. Lamar Jackson had 3,000 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 68% completion with a 101 rating. Tyler Huntley got to play in some games. Apparently he had 400 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Rushing wise, Lamar Jackson led the team in rushing yards with 800. He also had 8 touchdowns. Gus Edwards, 700 yards rushing, only 3.3 per carry. Terrible per carry average. He had 11 touchdowns though. Dobbins, in limited attempts, 53. He had 3.2 per carry with 2 touchdowns. So definitely need to do something about the running back position here. Receiving wise, Zay Flowers led the team with 842 yards, 1 touchdown. Odell Beckham, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. Mark Andrews, 67 catches, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. Rashad Bateman, 700 yards with 8 touchdowns. Defensively, Roquan Smith led the team in tackles with 97. Patrick Queen had 93. Tackles for loss, Matabuke had 17. Owa and Pierce both had 10. Sacks, Jadeveon Clowney led the team with 6.5. Owa had 6. Pierce had 5.5. Interceptions, Humphrey had 4. Hamilton had 4. Williams had 3. Darby had 2. Smith and Simpson both had 1. We will be playing against the 12-5 Raiders in the wild card spot here. We also have the Bengals against the Chargers, the Colts against the Dolphins, and the Bills had a first round bye week. On the other side, the Cowboys had a first round bye week. We got the 49ers against the Eagles, the Bears against the Lions, and then the Falcons against the Rams. Unfortunately, we lost to the Raiders 21-16. Let's see what happened with the player stats here. Hundley got to play. What the heck? Where's freaking Lamar Jackson at, man? It appears that Lamar Jackson fractured his shoulder blade and is out for 7 weeks, so I guess that happened in the last week of the season because he played in all 17 games of the regular season. The Bengals beat the Bears in the Super Bowl 24-6. How the heck did the Bears make it to the Super Bowl? Madden is crazy. Strong safety Jordan Battle won MVP of the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Rashee Rice won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Chiefs. And Byron Young won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Rams. Right guard Kevin Zeitler decided to retire after 12 years. Looking at the team salaries, I'm going to go ahead and cut left tackle Makari. He's 27 years old. He's down to a 73 overall on the last year of his rookie deal. I'm going to save $4 million. It's not a lot, but he's not going to be starting for us. So I'm going to go ahead and just release him. I'm also going to go ahead and restructure Roquan Smith's deal. It's going to free up $3.69 million in cap space this season. And then I'm going to do the same thing with, who was it, Humphrey? Yeah, Humphrey's going to free up $7 million in cap space this season. They're trying to give us a little bit more flexibility to do stuff in free agency. We have 5th-year options here for Owa and Rashad Bateman. I'm definitely going to pick up Owa's. I'm glad that it doesn't affect the cap room because Rashad Bateman's going to be $21 million for 1 year. I wouldn't accept it if it was going to cut into the cap space, but I'll take it because it doesn't affect it apparently. J.K. Dobbins, I'm going to let him walk. Duvernay, I'm going to let him walk. All these guys, I'm letting them walk. Odell Beckham, see you later. Gus Edwards, see you later. Michael Pierce, I do want to bring him back. So from this 1-year deal, he's coming back. I think that everyone else, I'm just going to go ahead and let them go. Out with the old and with the new. Jadeveon Clowney is up to star dev, but he dropped down to 83 overall. He was 85 with normal dev. He wants a 3-year deal. Let's see what we can do here. Can we offer him a 1-year deal? Let's try this 1 year. All right. I don't want to lock him up to a 3-year deal and it's just going to keep regressing like crazy. John Simpson at left guard. I will try to bring him back. It doesn't look like he has a lot of interest, but I'll offer him this 2-year deal. Nope, he's going to free agency too. All right, we out of here. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. We still got Lamar Jackson. I think I'm going to just give Warren a shot at running back 1 and see what we can do. He's 82 overall with normal dev. Zay Flowers is up to 86. We got Bateman 80 overall. Definitely need to do something about the 3rd string receiver. Offensive line, we could use a right and left guard. Andrews is up to 96 X factor. At tight end. Defensively, I'm probably going to give Ojabo a chance at outside linebacker since we couldn't get Jadeveon Clowney back. Williams is up to 91. Roquan Smith dropped down to a superstar. Still a 97 overall. He was an X factor. Hamilton's at 89. Stevens, not bad for a cornerback 3, but we could use a cornerback 2 defensively, or the defensive line. I mean, we could move Jones to defensive end, but he's like 340 pounds, I think. If we have to do it, we will. Humphrey's up to 94 with superstar. Free agency, I was only able to get 2 guys and I ran out of money, but I'm getting cornerback Avonte Maddox. He's a 79 overall, scheme fit with normal dev on a 1-year deal. And left guard Damian Lewis. He's a scheme fit, star dev, 27 years old, 78 overall. First round of the draft, we have pick number 22. This cornerback, I have him 100% scouted. He's a true top 5 talent. Found a diamond in the rough here. He's projected to go 1st to 2nd round, so we're getting lucky here. His name is Brenton Price from Nevada. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds, zone guy. He has A zone coverage and his man coverage is a C. 21 years old. He has good acceleration, solid agility, great change of direction, good jumping, good speed, great strength. A awareness, A block shed, A hit power. He's got hidden dead with 92 speed, 88 jumping. 2nd round, we do need a wide receiver, and the guy on the very top, we have him 100% scouted. He's a true 1st round talent. His name is Dylan Worthy from USC. He's 5'8", 187 pounds, deep threat. 23 years old. He has great acceleration, elite agility, good change of direction, elite speed. He has the fastest 40-yard dash at the pro days, 2nd fastest at the combine with the 4.31. B awareness, B ball carrier vision, A carrying. His catching isn't the greatest. Catching traffic is a C. Apparently he has A kick return, A spin move. Normal dev with 96 speed. In the third round, I'm going to reach a little bit here for a running back. This guy's name is Clay Brown from New Hampshire. He's 5'11", 235 pounds. He's a power back scheme fit. Only have him 50% scouted. 22 years old. He has good acceleration, solid agility, good jumping with solid speed, and elite strength. Normal dev with 90 speed and 84 strength. Fourth round, I'm going to draft this defensive end, Jose Leslie from LSU. He is 6'3", 307 pounds, power rushing scheme fit. Only got him 50% scouted, so taking a chance. Good acceleration, poor agility, decent change of direction, poor jumping, poor speed with great strength. He has B power moves. Normal dev, 88 strength. I simulated the rest of the draft picks. We did end up getting a 77 overall cornerback with pick 22 in the first. We got lucky with that for sure. He's going to be starting for us in the slot, and he's going to be a third string cornerback. 21-year-old rookie with hidden dev, 92 speed. His man coverage is only 67, but his zone coverage is 82. Definitely going to be trying to develop him quickly. Second round pick, we got us another steal here. A wide receiver, 75 overall with 96 speed. He's going to be starting for us in the slot right away as a rookie, 23 years old. 96 speed, 93 acceleration, 81 catching, 77 catching traffic. His route running is not the greatest apparently. Does have 94 agility, and his kick return I think I saw is an 88, so maybe he'll be returning kicks for us too. The rest of the guys are all like 60s and not that great, not worth really talking about. Let's check out the entire NFL draft recap here. Highest pick, number one pick, is a 74 overall, 73 overall, 72 overall, so apparently a lot of these players that are projected to be top 5 are not that great. Highest in the whole entire class, 80 overall cornerback that went in the first round to the Jets, 79 overall center, and a 77 overall running back that both went in the second round. Starting lineup for the second season, we got Lamar Jackson, 99 X Factor. I'm going to give Warren a shot as a starting running back. He's 82 with normal dev. We also got Hill and Mitchell and Ingram. Flowers is going to be our number one receiver. Worthy is the rookie that we drafted. He's going to be starting for us third, and he's going to be in the slot. Bateman's 80 with star dev. Offensive lineman, we signed Lewis at left guard. I went into free agency after everything was done with, like the draft and everything, and I signed Schweitzer to play right guard because the next best guy we had was a 67 overall. So at least he's a 71. I mean, it's still a weakness, but we got Linderbaum, we got Stanley, we got Moses. Andrews is a 95 with X Factor. I did end up moving Jones over to defensive end since he has star dev. We got Humphrey, we got Maddox, and we also have Price, the rookie. He's going to be starting for us in the slot and also as a third string corner. Williams is an 89. Ojabo is going to be starting the outside linebacker, 73 with star dev. Queen's an 85 with star. Roquan Smith's a 97 with superstar. Owa's an 81 with star. Kyle Hamilton is 88 with star dev. Second season, I'm definitely setting the season goal to win the Super Bowl. I think we're still in that window right now. I'm going with corner for my tier 3, and then we're going to go offensive tackle or defensive end. Defensive end, offensive tackle, and cornerback. I have negative 20 million in cap space, so I have no money to re-sign any of these players. I'm gonna have to wait till the end of the season and figure out what we can do with this. At the midseason point, we are 6-1, leading the division. The Bengals are 4-3, the Browns are 3-3, and the Steelers are 3-4. Into the regular season, we finished 12-5, won the division, got a wild card spot in the playoffs. The Bengals went 12-5, and the Browns and Steelers both went 7-10. Check out the season stats here. We had the 7th ranked offense. Love to see that. Dang, Lamar Jackson had the second most touchdowns, passing with 42. We had the first ranked defense. Man, we came together this season. Lamar Jackson, 3,900 yards passing, 43 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, 78% completion with the 134 rating. Dude's definitely winning MVP. Warren, 932 yards rushing, only 3.5 per carry, definitely not good. 7 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, almost 900 yards rushing, 4.8 per carry with 6 touchdowns. I think he's going to win MVP for sure. The rookie receiver, Dylan Worthy, had the most yards receiving with 927. He also had 13 touchdowns, and I hope he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year and breaks out. Rashad Bateman, 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Zay Flowers, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Mark Andrews, 700 yards with 13 touchdowns. Freaking awesome. Defensively, Roquan Smith led the team in tackles with 110. Tackles for loss, Matabuke had 13. Sacks, Matabuke had 7. And he had a great season. Pierce had 5.5. Owa had 5. Roquan Smith, 3.5. Queen had 2. Robinson had 1.5. Where's Ojabo? He only had half a sack. Man, that's terrible. Marlon Humphrey had 6 interceptions. Awesome. Roquan Smith and Marcus Williams both had 2, and Kyle Hamilton had 1. Checking out the injury report, because last season Lamar Jackson had injured his something, I don't remember what it was. He broke something. He was out at the end of the season and missed the playoffs. He's not injured. He's going to be starting for us.
No cap on that one.
So 11-6 New England Patriots in the wild card round. We also have the Chiefs against the Chargers, the Texans against the Bengals, and then the Bills had a first round bye week once again. Cowboys had a first round bye week. 49ers against the Lions, the Vikings against the Eagles, and then the Falcons against the Commanders. We did beat the Patriots 23-17. Now we're going to be playing against division rival Cincinnati Bengals, who also went 12-5 on the season. I want to check out the roster real quick and see if anybody had dev trait upgrades, or specifically our rookies. Worthy's up to 80, but he still has normal dev right now. What about that cornerback on defense? Price, he just had star dev. Looking at the playoff bracket, we have the Bills against the Chargers. On the other side, we have the Cowboys against the Lions, the Vikings against the Falcons, and we saw we're going to be playing against the Bengals. We did beat the Bengals 17-14. Now we're going to be playing against the 13-4 Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game. They beat the Chargers 35-28. On the other side, we have the Cowboys against the Vikings. Unfortunately, the Bills beat us 35-29 in the AFC Championship game. Josh Allen had 287 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 336 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He still had a pretty good game overall. Rushing wise, Lamar Jackson led our team with 64 yards. Well, I guess Warren had 64 also. James Cook almost had a 100-yard game. Receiving wise, Gabe Davis, 100 yards. Mark Andrews, the tight end, 90 yards with 2 touchdowns. Bateman had 80. Worthy had 77. Zay Flowers even had a touchdown on almost 50 yards receiving. The Bills ended up beating the Vikings in the Super Bowl 28-0, a shutout in the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's ever happened or not. Von Miller won Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson won MVP of the regular season with our Ravens. Nice. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Lamar Jackson also won Offensive Player of the Year with the Ravens. TJ Watt won Defensive Player of the Year with the Steelers. And look, our wide receiver Dylan Worthy won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Freaking awesome. Right tackle Morgan Moses retired after 11 years. We have negative $26 million in cap space, so I'm about to go check out the players' salaries and see if we can finagle the numbers and make some stuff look better. Pretty much just going to go through here and restructure everybody's deal that I possibly can. So Marlon Humphrey freeing up $8 million in cap space by restructuring his deal. Who else can we do? Roquan Smith, restructuring him, freeing up $9 million in cap space. Marcus Williams, we can do him again. $5 million freed up. Patrick Queen, restructure him. $1 million, or I said $1.8 million freed up. That's not a lot, but Justin Tucker, the kicker, yeah, let's go ahead and restructure his deal. Why not? I think that's pretty much going to be anyone that's worth restructuring. Yeah. Even after all that restructuring, we still only have $120,000 in cap space, so at least we're not in the negative. I think we were like negative 20 something, negative 20 million. But Kyle Hamilton got a 50-year option on him. I'm gonna accept it. Same thing with Tyler Linderbaum. He's one of the best centers right now, 88 overall. Accepting that, and then everyone else, there's no way we can bring out back, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to build through the draft. This is what the team is looking like before free agency and the draft. And who am I kidding? We're not gonna do anything in free agency. So basically the draft, we're gonna have to do something at running back, or else we're just gonna have to roll with Mitchell. We have $0, so we're just gonna have to roll with a lot of players that we have. Offensive line, could use a right guard and a right tackle. Defensively, I moved Jones back to defensive tackle. He's a 77 overall. We need a defensive end, or we're gonna have to go with Washington. Ojabo didn't do much, but if we don't get anybody in the draft, then he's gonna have to be on the team again as a starter, and then we could use a third cornerback. That cornerback price we drafted is up to 81. We'll start the first round of the draft. We have pick number 29. I'm going to draft this cornerback, Antoine Wall from Alabama. He's 6'1", 203 pounds. Man-to-man, scheme fit, 100% scouted, true first-round talent. 21 years old. He has elite acceleration, solid agility, great change of direction, elite jumping, solid speed with good strength. We know for sure that he has B-man coverage and B-zone coverage. Normal dev, just my luck, 90 speed. Second round, I'm going to draft this right guard, Brian Macklin from Texas A&M. He's 6'3", 327 pounds. He's an agile guy, only having 50% scouted, but we need help on the offensive line. He's 23 years old. He has good acceleration, great agility, good change of direction, great jumping, good speed with great strength. He's pretty much top 3 or 2 and everything. He has B awareness, A lead block, B pass block, B run block finesse. He's got hidden dev with 91 strength, nice. Third round, I'm going to draft this defensive tackle, Marvin Spellman from Notre Dame. He's 6'1", 286 pounds. He's a speed rusher. I'll definitely be moving him to defensive end. He is projected to go third or fourth round. We got him 50% scouted. 21 years old, but he looks like he's a pretty good athlete. He has good acceleration, good agility, good jumping with elite speed and solid strength. He had the fastest 40-yard dash of all defensive tackles. He has A, finesse move with B, tackle, B, awareness. He's got hidden dev with 85 strength and 78 speed. How simulated the rest of the draft picks. The cornerback we drafted in the first round is a 75 overall. He only has normal dev, but he's going to be starting for us right away in the slot. He has 90 speed, 78 man coverage with 77 zone coverage. Second round pick, right guard, 72 overall. He does have hidden dev. He's going to be starting for us right away as well. 91 strength, 76 run block, and 76 pass block. Third round pick, Marvin Spellman, a defensive tackle. He's a 72 overall as well. So it looks like we got us 3 starters here. 21 years old. He has hidden dev, 85 strength. He has 80 finesse moves with 78 tackle. Checking out the entire NFL draft, the number 1 overall pick was a 76 overall defensive end that went to the Giants. Highest in the whole entire class is an 80 overall cornerback that went to the Cardinals. This is the starting lineup for the third and final season of the rebuild. Lamar Jackson's a 99 X Factor. We got to go with Mitchell at running back, 77 overall with normal dev. Hopefully that doesn't affect us too much, but I have a feeling it's going to. Zay Flowers, Worthy, Bateman are 3 receivers. Offensive lineman, we got Macklin starting at right guard, the rookie. Linderbaum's up to 88 with star dev. Stanley's at 87 with superstar. Unfortunately, we have to go with Falale at right tackle. He's a 70 overall, normal dev. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name correctly. Mark Andrews, 96 with X Factor at tight end. Defensively, I moved Spellman from defensive tackle to right end. He's a 72 overall with hidden dev. We got Jones and Matabuke as our other defensive linemen. Humphrey's up to X Factor with 94. Wall is going to be starting for us as a rookie, 76 overall. Price is up to 81 with star dev. Hamilton's at 90 with star dev. Ojabu is injured right now. He's going to be starting for us outside linebacker along with Owa. Queen and Smith at middle linebacker. Smith's all the way down to star dev, but he's a 98 overall. What the heck? He should be at least superstar. He really should be X Factor. Williams is at 90 with superstar. At the midseason point, we're off to a terrible start. We are 2-5, tied for last in the division with the Browns, who are 2-5, and the Steelers are 7-0. The Bengals are 5-2. Into the regular season, we finished 10-7, but we did not make it to the playoffs somehow. Steelers went 15-2 and won the division. Bengals went 11-6, and the Browns went 6-11. I wonder who the Steelers have at quarterback that they went 15-2, but let's check out the season stats. We had the 23rd ranked offense. For some reason, we fell off big time on offense. Defensively, still 7th. We were 1st last year. Lamar Jackson had 3,200 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 72% completion with a 114 rating. Pretty good season from him, but last year he had like 43 touchdowns passing. Rushing yards, Lamar Jackson 900 yards rushing, 5.1 per carry with 9 touchdowns. Keaton Mitchell at running back, 700 yards, only 3.1 per carry with 6 touchdowns, so that's the downfall we had on offense. Mark Andrews led the team in receiving yards with 800. He also had 8 touchdowns. Bateman had 600 yards with 0 touchdowns. Worthy had 600 yards with 7 touchdowns. Zay Flowers almost 600 yards with 5 touchdowns. Patrick Queen led the team in tackles with 137. Roquan Smith had 110. Owa and Matabuke led the team in tackles for loss. Sacks, Matabuke had 5.5 leading the team, so we're like getting no sacks with this defense. Roquan Smith 5 sacks. Owa 4.5. Robinson had 4. Spellman, the rookie, had 3.5. Queen had 2, Jones had 1, and Ojabo had 1. So yeah, this 3-4 defense is not doing good in simulation as far as getting sacks. Interceptions, Kyle Hamilton had the most with 3. Queen, Humphrey, and Williams all had 2. Smith, Owa, and Price all had 1. Checking out the Steelers stats since they won 15 games. Kenny Pickett, he didn't do great.
No cap on that one.
Rushing wise, Najee Harris had a pretty good season. Receiving wise, I mean, they can only do as good as the quarterback does, so their defense must have carried them. How many sacks did they get? TJ Watt, 14 sacks. Porter Jr. had 6 interceptions. The Rams beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 34-31. Kyle Duggar, the strong safety, won Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow won MVP of the regular season with the Bengals. Mike Tomlin won Coach of the Year with the Steelers. Joe Burrow won Offensive Player of the Year with the Bengals. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. This is what the final team looks like. Lamar Jackson has been a 99 overall X Factor pretty much most of the time. Wonder how this team would look at that as stud at running back, like a 90 overall or better. Probably be freaking unstoppable. Zay Flowers is up to a 90 with star dev. Stanley and Linderbaum both have superstar dev. That rookie offensive lineman we drafted only had star dev. Andrews is up to 98 with X Factor. Defensively, we couldn't get very many sacks with this defense. I think it's just because of the 3-4 defensive scheme, and simulation doesn't do good. The 4-3 is the one that puts up the sack numbers. But overall, this defensive playbook actually did pretty good. We had the number 1 ranked defense and then the number 7th ranked defense. Patrick Queen is 88 with Superstar. Smith's at 98 with Star. Jones is 77. And Spellman, he had hidden dev, but apparently he lost it. He's just down to normal dev, or maybe he didn't play enough snaps to reveal it. Humphrey's at 95 with X Factor. Williams is at 90 with Superstar. Hamilton's up to a 92, but still only has Star dev. Price is at 82, and then Wall is at 80 with normal dev. We had one really good season where we made it to the AFC Championship game, but we did not make it to the Super Bowl. Pretty much every rebuild that I do, the Ravens are making it to the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson's winning MVP like every year. Of course, whenever I use him, he only does that one time, which is better than nothing. But that's gonna be it for the video. If y'all like what y'all saw, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, say something down in the comments. What other type of rebuilds would y'all like me to do? Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.